Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This time around, we are visiting a Wafe Cultural Center with Pearl content creators at Nagalama, Kayunga Mukono Road. Everyone is set and ready. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. Yo, Kasim, the boys are here in the building. The mob, Sam, eh? Yeah, the guys are available. This is Brenda. At the beautiful ones, eh? Shaking my love. Mary.
I have 85 subscribers.
John Apple. Yeah, the man himself.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Yuki Connect. Yuki Tech.
Girl Venture.
Girl Ventures. Brandon Teddy. My special guest.
Hi.
Yeah. Okay. So everyone looked very prepared and yeah, those are the people, the guys, the Pearl content creators community, the best content creators in Uganda. We are ready. We are ready. Let's roll into action and enjoy this video. Oh my goodness. At the moment, Pearl creators stormed a Wafe Cultural village, Nagalama, along Mukono, Kayunga. We were warmly welcomed with the best traditional dances of the Uganda. You know, in Africa, we are very hospitable. Every creator looked excited and they pulled out their gadgets. They first danced, but everyone was focused on getting that first exciting moment as we are going to shoot 100 videos and photos at a Wafe Culture Center.
Content Creators Association.
100 videos and photos. Yes. Thank you. After receiving a warm welcome, people like John Apple, Albert Aleku, our content creators started right away the work of filming. You can see we had Insta cameras like this one by IG right side it. So you can see this gentleman, Asian Club, man, everyone was busy filming. Singuzi had to turn on the cameras. So creators started doing what had brought them at a Wafe village, and our work is always to shoot and film. You can see Alum and Simple Gladys doing what they understand best. I saw Firdaus and Brandon Teddy fidgeting with the camera. My friend Ivan and Yuki Connect started doing everything possible. Linzabu, man, everyone was doing whatever they can to make sure that they get the first shots before you had to go in for the briefing. Guys, that is it. So after our warm welcome, of course, you had to engage into what you call briefing on how we're going to spend that day at a Wafe Cultural Village. Yeah, since we are in Uganda region, we had to sing up the Uganda anthem and then join the national anthem, as you can hear. National anthem. We lay our future in thy hands. Activities. To do the local juice and brewing. We had to eat luombo. All those activities were supposed to be done at a Wafe Cultural Village, and guys were so excited. After that one, guys, we had to enter the hut and start filming and having a sight of some of the few things, the culture things at a Wafe village. I saw some good pots, water pot, African water pot, some African made bags. We saw they had prepared for us everything that is African tea, their glasses. So you're supposed to drink water, literally African made, that is African made water pot. Our next step was getting to know learn about African fruits, and here we looked at cocoa, we looked at bananas, watermelons, the African coffee. So that was the next step, and all our creators were ready filming to get all the points on board. Yeah, this one you're seeing here is the preparation of the African banana juice. Yeah, so that is it. We also get to work on that. Oh my goodness, it was just fun and learning at Ewafe Culture Village in Agalama. We started having a garden tour of all the local herbs they have preserved. Here we saw so many different types of local herbs which are being used to extract medicine in an African setting. All these good things were found at a Wafe culture site. So they preserved a very good garden of different species, very many hundreds of them, which I couldn't even mention here. So all you're seeing, these are all local herbs. It's a garden where they preserve different species. As we are doing this, others were seated enjoying the hot sunny day of African say creators seated as they're waiting for the next step, others are chilling. It was fun at Ofe village. Now for us in Africa, we get water from the wells, and this is the African setting. So creators had to move to the well and see how we get water. That is it.
We are going to use our pot as the jerrycan. Why did they use the pot? One of the reasons is to be careful. He taught us to be careful and to take care of our things. Because if you play around with the well, it could get broken.
It is so interesting that after the guidance from this young girl, the tour guide at Ewafe village, one of our creators, known as Branny Teddy, had to show us how they carry water using a pot in this dug water well. So in Africa, we always get our water at that point. That's I don't know how in your countries how you do it, but in Africa, that's how we do it. So she had to display how we carry water. She lifted it from the pot, moving with it upwards, and exactly that is how we do it in African villages. You move with your pot from the well as people try to display out, things move on. So that is it. Africa is so interesting. Before we left the well, Madam Aisha, the CEO of a village, had to give us some insight about the venue and the goodness of this place. Let's listen to her for some few minutes as we continue with our stories.
Do's and the don'ts, around this food. We have the traditional dances, music of the Uganda culture. We also have the games, omweso, ludo, dulu, emizannyo gyaffe egy'edda by'ebimu ku bintu bye tukola wano. Tuvuba, we go fishing, where we showcase the traditional fishing experience. How was it? Absolutely.
You have a river nearby or a
We
lake?
do a lake. We have a Newafe lake in the area. So it's also some of the activities we do. We have this.
As we are moving from the well, carrying our water along the way, we're going back, we find livestock farming. All this is at a Wafe culture village, Nagalama. So we had to see how they rear cattle in an African setting. Everything is culture, you can see. No technology is there. So a Wafe just interesting. This hidden game, they decided to start working up with the community, and along my way from the well, we found a young boy riding a bicycle. He gave it to me, so this showed a good gesture that a Wafe culture village, they work with the community and they ride together. That's the reason as to why even the whole village is now called Ewafe, just derived from the name Ewafe Culture Village. And we enjoyed our ride with this young boy going back to the venue. My goodness, hospitality is the order of the day here. They had to welcome us. You see the girls dancing. Man, we just had to enjoy because welcoming people in Africa, we are so hospitable. They had to welcome us again with dances from the Wales. Now here things just went astray, man. We had to join the fruit feasting festival at Ewafe Culture Village in Agaraman. It was a buffet of fruits. Just look at them. Oh, it was time for eating.
Guys, let's pick our fruits and we sit right here.
How do I open this?
Brenda, Alright, we can sit down.
So right now they are opening for me the alligator fruit. It's called alligator. Alligator pepper.
Me, I'm waiting for the crocodile fruit.
It has a pungent taste.
The fruits are too many. Original from the south. The jackfruit is very, very, very delicious.
The taste is rich, eh?
It's very, very rich. It's not like a fene we eat in Kampala. So kindly come.
The other side.
So we are eating up. It's a fruit festival.
Yeah.
At Ewafe.
So Senga agenda kubeera ng'atandika wali with the process, and then we shall continue because we really have so many activities.
Now this was a fruit festive. I had to eat till I die off. I was given every kind of a fruit, you know, in Africa here, man.
Wetuliye byonna byammwe Senga agenda tandika ebikajjo bingi byebiri. Bayinza bikumalako kiki otannafuna kyembandeeko ekirala biweddeeyo
Cameraman yasinze
owoomera abeera kooko
Teri kumala budde. Laba kumala buki?
Budde.
Wali kumala budde. So guys, I had to eat until I felt bad because of fruits, man. Ewafe village, man, it was just massive. My friends, guys, we ate. You can see Estelle enjoying the fruits. My goodness, this is Simple Gladys.
This is penne, guys. Penne is very nice. It's different from the penne I've been eating. Like, it tastes really great and tastes like really fresh. You can know you're eating a fresh organic penne.
Yeah. That is it. This is Mr. Msinguzi. Every creator ate African nyako until we were tired.
We don't have a lot of penne. You have other fruits apart from
Gladys was telling us they don't have fruits apart from, they have many fruits apart from fene. IG Rights was chopping the melon. I see Ivan at Hairi. The beautiful Reike was feasting the jackfruits. I can see my lovely John Apple. Man, it was a bazaar.
This one is also very, very nice. The taste is rich.
Look at my man, Yugi Connect, and the beautiful Tina Jules, eh? So we enjoyed as we were filming. This is a Brenna, Brandy Teddy, man. We ate until we failed. After the fruit feasting, our next step was to do the local juice known as ombisi, done from brewed from banana, the so-called matoke, and that's the process we are going through. The lady was telling us. As we are doing this process, all creators were shooting and everyone's camera was direct on point. As you're seeing them, everyone was making sure that they get and capture that best moment for them. And that's what happened at Ewafe Culture Village. We were learning, and these creators were ready to show the world what happens in Africa in this small village.
Emberenge, ye conch juice, like so kati wetuba tumaze olaba ekyova ekyo tugenda kuteekamu amazzi gaffe amayonjo oteekamu okusinziira ku bungi bw'amenvu.
So members, as you've seen the brief of this juice being made, and that is it. So we had to go through the process quickly. As we continue, soon you're going to see the finished product. Guys, what I love from this is the struggle and how these content creators were all holding their cameras to make sure we shoot this great village. So we had to make sure that all the moments are taken. You can see them. That was my exciting point. Instead of me filming what was being done, my focus was in the cameras of what people were doing. Okay, let's go to the process of the juice. And now almost our juice was finished, and this same juice, the banana juice known as Ombisi, is the same juice we derive in to get the local brew, the local alcohol. And here she was telling us how this juice can be turned, fermented into local alcohol known as tonto, and that was the brief process. Let's go in it. So since everything was cultural, we had to select one of our members, that is Shaki, my love, to display how this ready-made African juice was being served to guests. So here she had to work as the wife. She was supposed to serve this juice to our fellow creator known as Lale. Let's go to this moment, which was exciting. Now Shaki, my love, had to do it and serve to our fellow creator, Yugi Connect, and so man, it was interesting. They did it the Uganda way, and they served each other, so it was an interesting moment. And after that, Yugi had to give some thanksgiving to this lady and gave her some money. This guest of happiness shows the real African setting at Ewafe village, Nagalama Culture Center. Visit us, guys. After the juice making process, we had to dive into the African cooking way of banana. That's called matoke and olwombo. And of course, the Sengas had to kick away with the programs. Started like preparing banana fibers, leaves. All these were being done as creators were observing. So we had to select one of our creators known as Brenda K, the traveler, who had to represent us as an African woman. So they had to teach her how they prepare this matoke. So the cooking started right away. They are teaching, as you're seeing, the process being done. We prepare this using our African leaves. All this at Ewafe village. Then we had to go into what we call olwombo, one of the special foods in Africa. This is most important during weddings and introductions. As a moko or as an in-law, you have to make sure you feast on this. So many of Africans don't know how to prepare this. It's very sweet, yummy. This takes on some secrets about marriage, and what you're seeing there, Senga was telling these girls what is the secret in Luombo. Now the interesting part here, we had to select our own president, Mr. Liam, with Brenda to represent us in an African setting. Liam was the muko and Brenda was the wife, and this is what happened. So the president had to do it, receiving the luombo, had to check it slowly, open it as an African man does. So we had to display this properly, slowly, so that we can learn together. This is a secret in the bedding, so this luombo means a lot, and how you open it matters much, how you handle your wife in the bedroom. So this was happiness, and then the president did it. So we displayed very well, and we showed how things are being done. So the president had to check, and he passed the test, which means that the president knows how to handle his wife in the bedroom. And he had to thank our fellow content creator Brenda. And then he had to dive into how DNA is being checked in an African setting. Yeah, man, Ewafe village, Ewafe culture village. Things are just interesting. These ladies had a real setup. Let's go into how Africans used to claim DNAs of their children in our settings, men. These are African beliefs. You just need to visit a Wafe Culture Center, Nagalama. You get to understand how Africans live in our ancient life. Everything is in one place. And what you're seeing there, Senga is trying to display to us how Africans used to use their traditions to check out for DNA. Man, this is just a claim. Don't take it to be serious, but this is how Africans used to live in our ancient life. Let's see how things are being done.
Ngeyabo bagamba tebafunanga mbitondaga twakiriza ngolw'ensonga nti abeta tebalinga bangi nga kati naye nga bakozesanga ekyo ng'akeesiba ne bagenda naaba nga tafunye ekyo twakitegeeza nti omwana muki munda mulimu omwana wano waliwo omwana omulala.
And now this process took our attention since we are growing to become mothers and fathers. We don't have to mess up with life. However, as I said, this was just a belief, an African belief. Yeah, these days we have new technology where people go for DNA in hospitals. But as Africans, of course, we live our own way. That's why some people say that Africa is a jungle, others say it's not a jungle. But that is it, and guys, enjoy it. Now, next was food time. As you understand, food is everything. Food binds us. So, Ewafe Kalicho village in Nagalama, man, these people prepared for us the real Kalicho African food. There's nothing like exotic food. This was our local chicken, our local cassava, potato, yams, guineas, greens, prepared locally, steamed in Endagala. So instead of creators getting food, you know their behaviors. They started filming. Everyone was like doing content.
Of them eating, these guys are just here doing content. That's how content creators behave. They're just doing content on the food at Ewafe.
So we had to give them time. They finished their content and then they focused on eating. Yep. After content, we had to sit and eat. So for myself, I had to sit with my fellows, my moms, the Northerners, African Nyako, Simple Gladys, and Alum. So I had to start moving around, seeing everyone. You see, everyone was really eating. Creators were so happy. Ewafe Kalicho village Nagara made sure they give us the best dish and the best meal, Kalicho meal. It was worth it. My present was there enjoying the luombo. We had prepared the matoke, the guineas, the local breed, and then we ate and we ate and we ate. So at Ewafe village, our next move after food was to go and exercise some fishing at the pond. And look at it, this is what happened. So we had to start fishing the local African way as creators. We are filming each and every moment. Let's first get to know our creators.
Oh, Alum, African Nyako, Simple Gladys, Joel Obatan, Mary, Nabs Ara, Tina Jules.
Hi.
Okay. Muliwa mwe chitufu. Connect with Uganda.
Yes.
Rose at Kunda.
You can never.
Joel Apple. Joan Apple.
Koja updates.
Koja updates. Yugi Tech. The I get rise.
So guys, as creators at Ewafe Culture Village Nagalama, you can look for them at their websites and all social medias, Ewafe Culture Village. So we had to go into what we call team building, and we started a game. Man, it was just enjoyable. We had teams. I was the president of my team with Simple Gladys at the mob. So we had to start fighting, battling, shouting here, there, what? So all these activities are being done at Ewafe Culture Village in Nagalama. Just look at what happened here.
Neno. Oh. Yes. Nena mabega wali eli Emma. Jangu side yenu. Emma jangu side yenu.
So everyone was like, Emma, here, there, jangu side yenu. Wali.
Aya kumoe mabega Emma. Come. Oh.
So by the time the game finished, I was the winner.
Your team has to help you to win.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
It's the same thing in our organizations or in our businesses.
Okay.
Once you have a dead team, that means you're not going to when you look at the very people who picked their things, maybe had more support. You understand? Compared to the other. It's the same thing in business. If you have less support, you're bound not to do so well. Then also sometimes you can have so many people as your supporters, but then they are just noisemakers. Yes. They'll make noise and disorganize you. It's the same thing.
So all these activities at Ewafe Culture Village. So here Madam Aisha was telling us on how we are supposed to work together, so we had to learn, the team building, we had to learn a lot about this. Then from this session, we had to go into what we call the Senga session, where we're supposed to be learning about love and affairs.
My name is Aisha Nawanka, and I'm the CEO and the founder of the Wafe Culture Village, this incredible center located here in Mukono, Nagalama, which is just about 1.5 hours or even 1 hour from Kampala, the heart of Uganda. Ewafe started, we just made our first anniversary. We started hosting visitors on the 1st of July 2023, but we are growing at an immense speed. Most of you have been asking why Ewafe, why is it named Ewafe, why of all the concepts. Personally, when I finished school, I didn't do tourism, but my very first opportunity was in tourism. I happened to work with Uganda Tourism Association as a project officer, and then as I raised a bit of the ranks. I became the administrator of the association. So given that the association was at the helm of the sector, I was working with quite a number of value chain providers, the hoteliers, the tour guides, of course the ministries, the UTVs, the UAs. So it gave me an opportunity of appreciating the of the sector. You understand? Then I also learned the dynamics of the tourists who come to Uganda. Pre-COVID 2019, we had about 1.9 visitors who visited Uganda. But when you look at when they reach the airport, where do they go? Most of these people who were serving them more of the wildlife. It was safari after safari, from Action Falls to Kidepo, to tracking gorillas, to, so we were not selling our culture, yet it is very beautiful. Uganda, as you see it as a country, we have over 54 different cultures, tribes, but all these are unique in their food, in the dress code, in the language, in the way of life. Yeah. So that's why I was triggered to start up a small venture like this. Yeah, starting from where the possible resources I have to make something where visitors can come and experience a little bit of what our cultures have. Most of you ask, why don't we have a Shabwe? Why don't we have the Choli culture? Why don't we have, sometimes it's good to concentrate on one particular tribe than mixing so much, and then you don't bring out the entire thing. So as a Wafe here, we are concentrating on the Buganda culture because this is where we are situated, you understand? But then we give advice to other people in the different regions to also start something, in their localities, to do the Imbalu. I know some of you have just come from Bale, but then to do something in their regions because it rhymes so much with the region where you come from, because that makes, the way of life of the people in that particular region.
So as we're winding up our long day at Ewafe Culture Center Nagalama, we had to sit together as creators, start listening to love stories and love affairs. Here, the Sengas, well-trained Sengas at Ewafe Culture Center started teaching us love affairs. The world survives on love. Even if you grow and get how much money, you have to get love. You have to have a partner. You have to know how you handle your family. So in an African setting, we believe too much in culture, and we believe too much in our families, as a family being the smallest unit of the society. So all these lectures and lessons are being taught here at Ewafe Village. So all creators were so focused, and they had even forgotten what they are doing. So stories about culture started in the evening time. We started enjoying Oh my goodness, these activities are all at Ewafe village with all the singers, those ones you sing there. So we had a great evening, we had a great moment, we loved what we enjoyed, and I call upon everyone, wherever you are, in all corners of the world, make sure you visit Ewafe Cultural Village on all our social platforms, on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, on Google, the website www.ewafevillage.com. Or you can even call those numbers down there. That number is for Madame Aisha Nabwanika, the CEO, the creator of this. So she told us how she started this, why she focused on culture. She was like, everyone has been focusing on safari, this, that. So she decided to create what can bring back the real African culture. You know, culture is the source of discipline. If you don't know your culture, you will not know what to do next. So creators from PAL content creators enjoy these moments, and we made sure we shoot 100 videos and photographs showing this hidden gem in Nagalama, just 1 hour drive from Kampala,
This
Uganda.
opportunity to thank PAL Content Creators Association of Uganda, led by
Liam.
Liam, the president, and of course the madman who has always been in my inbox, for putting up this. For us, we really don't take it for granted. It's an opportunity for us because the Wafe brand is going to be out there, but then also the cultural products of Uganda is going to be out there and to be known by many.
So don't miss our president's speech, Mr. Liam.
Gentlemen,
That's him for you.
we are really privileged to be at the Wafe Cultural Village. We've really had a good time. We've learned a lot about the Uganda culture. The most interesting conversations were around the cultural DNA that they used to make, and they claimed that it was always accurate. The food was amazing, and how food is prepared. Sometimes we take things for granted, but everything actually has a background. So we've learned a lot. I think it would need, if we were to exhaust everything, probably it would take somebody about maybe 3 days really to understand everything to the core. So we want to appreciate the Wafe Cultural Village, all the ladies that we've
So here we lost sound, but our president was thanking all the people who worked out to make sure that this thing happens.
The management in this place works with the community, like they've explained. Everything is sourced from the community. Things don't come from anywhere else. So this is a classic example of inclusiveness. So, and I'm sure everybody is proud, whoever that lives around this community is proud of what is happening. We could feel it in the air. This is an amazing place that everyone should consider coming to visit. It's a different feeling. It promotes the Buganda culture in particular. You obviously leave this place an expert to a great extent in the Buganda culture. So we appreciate you, and as PAL Content Creators Association, this is what we are aiming at. We want to drive awareness of culture in Uganda. Also, our agenda is to see that content creation is respected, content creators are taken seriously. Many of the content creators that we have lately do this as a job. It's not a hobby. Content creators, gone are the days when content creators used to be TikTokers, just to dance around and that's it. But now we are very intentional. We go to places, we collaborate with communities, we work with businesses. So that is why we have an association, so that we are understood, so that we engage at that level whereby everyone will know that there is value that I'm getting from content creators in Uganda. So Ewafe Village, thank you so much for hosting us. We appreciate, and we shall surely come back. This is not the last time that we are here. Thank you again.
For God and my